Yeah, so you guys saw the shit about the woman from what country is that? That they said that
New
they were
Zealand.
able to control, yeah, they were able to control the spread
Together.
of coronavirus with only one death. And that's because the woman was like, she basically said, nah, shut everything down. I don't give a fuck. And that was pretty early on, you get no point. Because, I mean, I thought about it and I was like, it makes sense because women naturally are more caring and more like, they are more, they care, like they show more emotion, right? So it's easier. I can see a scenario where you're faced with, do I shut everything down and lose trillions of dollars in our economy and lose all this money and all these businesses and blah blah blah, or do I just kind of like dip my toe in the water a little bit and see how hard it is first and then put a little bit more at the time, until I figure out what to do. And she was like, nah, I'm not risking anybody's life. I don't care how much money is involved. Shut everything down, right? And it
Yeah.
worked. So how do you guys feel in terms of the way the world has pretty much almost made it, I don't want to say a taboo, but let me say a taboo for a woman to be in that, to have that kind of power? Do you think what she did is what other leaders should have done, or was she too emotional in her decision, even though it worked? That's my question, because obviously it worked now, but what if another scenario comes where the other way is what might be better? I don't know what scenario that could be, where a more political stance could be better overall versus
I
taking
mean,
a slightly impulsive. I don't know. Again, I don't want to assume that her decision was
I get what you're
impulsive, but
saying, but
how do you guys feel about that? Yeah,
so based on, I mean, right now we'll see the end result now. See, everybody could suffer, and if whether we don't like who really does or not,
Yeah.
now we don't see the result. Yeah. So I mean, maybe to your point, yeah, I feel like women obviously have more compassion and
Mhm.
care more about the people than men, maybe in general. But then you now have a woman leader as well, so someone that has qualities of a leader
right.
and also has compassion. Obviously, is able to make reasonable calls and things like this. And at the end of the day, we can really see the result, the end result. Like some people cared more about the economy and trying to keep things moving, trying to like stabilize the economy than like actually the. I don't think they weigh the options well enough. Like when you're being faced with a potential pandemic and you're now really considering like worst case scenario in this kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? So this is the
Yeah.
result. Like I had this argument in my group chat too, but I was trying to explain how like when you're faced with a scenario like this, it's better for you to take precaution and be wrong, and get that backlash. Like, oh well, he shut down early and we lost what $1 billion, blah blah blah. Get attacked and everything, and then maybe you defend yourself later. But when you're weighed with a situation where like the timetable, the outcome could be a possible pandemic that would cause like loss, like a whole lots of deaths and more money lost in the economy and stuff like that. Like I feel like you get a bigger reward if you make that right call of shutting things down early, and people would just at the end of the day when they're checking like countries that did well, they would praise you for it, and then countries that like really fumbled the bag will just look like idiots, like how Italy is looking right now. You know what I'm saying? So it will take a while for them to recover, and I mean, we can just the only thing we can do for them is pray for them. But we're all not there to get shot, but that's my own input.
Yeah, I mean, like looking at the facts, like I was just doing a quick research, like the popular other like female leaders are like the Chancellor of Germany, right? And if you read the news, like out of all the countries, like what world power countries dealing with coronavirus, like Germany is the one that's dealing with it the best out of all the other countries. And like obviously the chancellor is also a woman. So like I mean we're looking at facts, like those are two powerful women right there. I'm seeing like they've dealt with it properly as opposed to other like countries with men running. But like at the same time, I just feel like it's not just women, it's more of just having like common sense. Like when you put politics aside and you're just being human, like you were saying, right? I feel like you make the right decision. like most of these men, like, and even politicians, because I'm sure that if someone like Hillary Clinton was president, she would do almost the same shit Trump did. You know what I'm saying? And she's a woman. I just feel like sometimes politicians in general need to leave politics sometimes and just focus on life. You get what I'm saying? On lives that are at stake, and that's something like most politicians don't know how to separate. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've, I I feel like a lot of times, when you have a job to do and you guys do your job, sometimes you can't put like, personal feelings and things attached to it. If to lead the country, there's so much you have to actually like sacrifice. Like there's a mandate that you have to follow, and a lot of times, you have to take the heavy blows and heavy hits that comes with it, because not everything that you pass judgment upon, or even for your people, so for everybody go like, there's one of those things as a leader that you have to take responsibility for. When it comes to women in power, like, honestly, I did hell out of women that they try, man, because like a lot of times they do things out of compassion. Unlike most of the men, we have an agenda, so we want rule. That's just how we always do shit. And like the lady, who is it? The Michigan lady, right?
Mhm.
The governor or something. Michigan with the thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that I feel like she did the right thing. Guy, if I believe that tomorrow the safety of my people first of all go matter, like
That's
But that's not true. That's not necessarily true though. Like
bro,
especially
but no, you can't say that, fam. Like me, if I was a leader,
that's what I'm saying. It's not men, women.
this
It's
one feels
mostly
like he's being personally attacked. It's not. I'm telling you, right? It's not about like about you for you or for this or that. It's just okay. Let me not say, because I don't want to generalize everybody in the world, right? But when you're in position of power, when you have that amount of power, right? There's some critical decisions that it's like you have to look at it as logically and objectively as possible without attaching any type of emotion to it, especially when it's like either scenario results in the loss of lives or the loss of resources or whatever, right? So at that point, you're looking at which scenario is going to be, going to lead to the lower loss of whatever it is that you're trying to, prevent or whatever, right?
your emotions doesn't have to lead you to like.
yeah.
Just because emotional doesn't mean your emotion makes you to go to the extreme to make those type of decisions, bro.
Right,
No,
right.
like you can still use your emotions, bro. Your emotions can still empower you to still make like good calls for a lot of shit. Not saying that you throw everything aside or cast together. No, you don't have to do that.
No, I mean that.
Yeah,
Like, okay, go ahead, Sim.
right, like from like what Justin was saying too. Like I feel like that's one thing that I also, if you talk to women a lot, that's one thing they hate, right? When you always say no, it's because of your
Oh, well,
emotion, you're too
actually,
emotional, right?
yeah.
So I feel like it's not really emotion, it's just
Yeah,
more
like, yeah.
compassion. Like it's just like if you okay, like for example, right? If me, I'm a guy like growing up, like let's say ahead, this is the perfect example. Growing up like Nigerians and all that, right? Christians or whatever, we've known like all these homosexuals, gays, like that's just I don't just fuck with that, right? If I'm president right now and it comes to signing a bill that has to do with gay people, I'm not going to do that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't believe that. So I feel like that's more what it is, right? If my moral is save any life, that's what I'll go with, whether I'm a man or woman. That's
okay. Yeah, I like you're literally on the point. I'm driving now. So maybe emotion might not be the right word. And honestly, like again, not like
Compassion, maybe.
yeah, like like say compassion, but even
Yeah,
like
go
that,
ahead.
take that scenario now. Like if you're a compassionate person and someone comes and they want to pass, like especially if you're a country like Nigeria, right? If they are, let's say the bill, forget the anti-gay, let's say the bill is to make gay marriage legal, right? That's the bill on the house. You as a compassionate person, you're thinking about who all those gay people that have been marginalized and like oppressed for years.
Right.
Like, you understand?
That's true.
But if you pass a gay marriage bill in Nigeria, the amount of political, religious, cultural unrest that it will result in is going to be epically 10 times, do you understand? More
I think it applies to
than those few gay people that are being oppressed. Like the result of passing that bill is 10 times worse. That's why in that situation, it's not really about like showing compassion. It's about doing what logically you feel is the better thing for all of your people. Do you understand?
So you're saying you will not pass the gay bill?
I'm not saying, I mean, I'll pass a gay bill in America, but if I'm go try pass a
Put
gay
it on
bill,
wax, bro. Put it on
Let's
wax.
see, let me
See,
see.
say
Like,
it, bro.
I am not passing a gay bill in Nigeria or a pro-gay bill. It wouldn't work.
So you're homophobic?
Absolutely not. But
Yo,
like,
say it on wax, bro. If you are, just say
you
it,
gotta
bro. Like,
play,
Hey, man.
I'm not homophobic at all, but like you gotta play the card you're dealt, bro. If you're Nigerian, you're president, okay, go and pass gay bill and let me see.
bro.
So what's gonna happen if you pass a gay
Let's
bill?
go. I'm ready to
I
go.
go now,
Exactly.
I feel like listen to me, man. I feel like,
have you ever listened to a meeting of the House of Reps in
no. Forget they're toxic in their own way, regardless. In every way, actually. Let's even put it that way.
That's why
But I
we
feel
have
like
3 minutes. We have 3 minutes.
So
And
when
I want
Obama
us to talk
passed
about
the-
Burna Boy. But go ahead.
when Obama passed like the bill to allow gay marriage, I think that's what it was. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It was also like you said, I think it was the situation was also similar because I mean you have a lot of conservatives in America as well. Obviously, you just have more people that are like progressive too. But you know,
But fam, you
it's the
can't
same backlash
compare,
and stuff.
bro.
I know. I'm just saying, but it's still
Like America
so
is they're debating whether to allow them to marry or not. Nigeria is debating whether to send them to prison and kill them or not. Like
I guess it's fair.
just
I
and
guess-
like the conversations they
I
are
rest my
having
case
is it's completely different.
I rest
bro.
my case. The country is some shit.
Like they're trying to jail these motherfuckers, bro. Don't you understand? Like trying to
They're
jail
not
these
motherfuckers. They're human beings, man.
We're all motherfuckers.
Yo, but do we even have a lot of gay people in our country, bro? Yeah, but
Guy, it's the
More than
most,
you imagine.
the
That's why.
most.
It's like the
porn.
coronavirus. We just don't know how many because we don't test.
Nah, for real though, you're definitely
Bro.
right. Bro.
Nigeria consumes the most gay porn in Africa.
are
Nigeria
you fucking
consumes
serious?
number one on
Bro, that's a new fact I'm learning today.
Nigeria
I don't let some
consumes
people
gay porn.
question. Where are you getting all this
Say
information?
Nigeria consumes more
And you know what pass game
More
bill for
work.
them, Abi? You sabi, you know what pass game bill for them? You bad
What
man.
you talk, I beg? What do you say?
But
Yeah,
I-
Nigeria has more.
Nigeria consumes the most gay porn in Africa.
Oh wow.
But what do you mean? People are talking. I saw
But-
Very
but
interesting.
I
not
think-
this
Are you
that story
kidding
down
me?
the story on.
That is a very interesting start.
I
I never knew that too.